Okay. So what we will do now, Amit,
Yeah.
we will get these combinations for order 001, and then we will see how we can do it for all other orders, right? All the orders together. So let's do with order 1 and get all these combinations that we have written here,
Okay.
right? So that it will make sense. We will also get some confidence. Okay, I have done something and now I will do for all the orders, right? So what we will do again, we'll just
कमेंट डाल देते हैं, ये जो वन सीट्रेस वाला वो वीकली लाइन थोड़ा चला जाएगा, उसको कमेंट के अंदर डाल देते हैं, तो हाँ वो वाला बस, हाँ, दैट्स इट.
okay. So let's pick this one. Okay. Okay, great. So now if you see, I think we have to take help of CT again, right? I'll tell you why. Because for now I'm filtering on one order, but when I write actual query, I won't be filtering on, right? But for now, I'm just saying that I have only one order, and let's do with that. Okay.
Okay. So CT की thinking कैसे आती है, Ankit? I mean, how do you say कि अच्छा yes, this is the right time to use CT? How does it?
So now, yeah, so I'll tell you. So what I have to do is I need to join, I have to do a self join, right? Now I can do here also self join, right? I can create two instances of temporary table. But for
Yes.
both of them, I will have to put this filter basket ID because I want to focus only on this basket for now.
Correct, correct,
So I
correct.
created a CT so that I have just this one, right? And I can just do a cell join without adding two times this basket ID filter.
Code becomes neater.
Right, exactly. Right, this is for analysis again, right? I'll just in a moment, I'll remove this CT because we don't need basket ID filter as such, right? Because we need to get data of all the baskets, right? So what I need now, I need to get all the combinations, right? So let's call it P1, product 1, right? And I will do an inner join. Now, a lot of people are confused that if you want to do self join, why you are writing inner join? So there is no keyword kind self join. It is just you are joining this table with itself. Right? You can call it P2, right? You are just joining same table twice. And when you are joining, don't care about order ID for now because we have only one order, right? So just let's join it, 1 equal to 1. Let's do a cross join. Okay. I can do a cross join like that as well. So another way of doing a cross join is this. Okay. Let me just let's do cross join because I need all the pairs, right? So if I just run this, I get all the combination. You see, citrus fruit with citrus fruit as well we got, and radius hoops with citrus fruit. So all the combinations we got 16 rows.
The
Right?
the matching is there, and also I think the both pairs are there.
Actually, so 4 records are there. 4 into 4, we have 16 records. As simple as that.
True, 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 true.
Every record is joined with every other record. There is no join condition.
But think about it, Ankit. I just have a question. How complex cross join would get when in an Amazon actual product catalog, or like basket if it is big, it would be expensive operation to do.
So we are not going to do exact cross join. So we will have to add some conditions now because there are some duplicates, same items. This is just to explain we are doing for now. So again, that's why we have put a filter. When you are working with millions of data, maybe you filter on some order and do that. Write your query and then productionize your query later.
The message is start slow, start small.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Pick it up. Otherwise, you get overwhelmed with so much of data that you're not able to think straight.
The thing is, it is not just about solving the problem. Thing is, what you are doing should go into your head.
Exactly.
Should sit in your head properly what exactly you have done, right? Tomorrow, if you have to make some changes, and if it was there in your mind exactly how you have done, you will be able to make changes very fast. And if
True.
you have just done it, okay, I'm getting the output. Took help from ChatGPT, okay, done. Test it also. But tomorrow, if you have to come again, it will be a nightmare for you because you
Correct.
have to build on top of it. Take
Correct.
time, right?
Yeah.
It is not you are wasting time. It is you are
Correct.
getting prepared for the next iteration now only.
Correct. Correct. And you need to live that problem properly, right? You need to live
Exactly.
it. And
Exactly.
then you kind of get the nitty-gritties of it. I mean, I like the way you kind of started with simple counts, right?
Right.
Some of those near misses, near errors we kind of did. right? फिर आपने sort किया, and then we kind of, so it's like a detective which is kind of getting into the data and kind of exploring more, finding more, and then kind of building more and more stories.
Right.
So
And we are going step by step. You see, you are seeing data that,
yeah,
okay, after this join, this is there. Now, anyone watching this video, okay, and if they solve this problem again one time, they will never forget. You will also never forget this. That this is how you have to solve market basket. Within each order, get the pairs, and then we will see what we need to do.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so as we discussed, there are two problems. One is we have this, right? The same items. So this
Hmm.
is coming from, okay, let me put it this way. P1 dot star. So this is the column from P1 table and
Hmm.
P2 dot star. These are the columns from P2 table,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So if I just run it again, it will be same thing. Okay. Now there are two problems. If you see, we have this. This we don't need. Citrus with citrus, ready soups with ready soups.
Hmm.
Another problem is we have citrus fruit and ready soups here, right? And again, ready soups and citrus fruit here. Where is ready soups and citrus fruit? One more will be there.
Uh,
We have ready soups,
but, it was
citrus fruit, ready soups. Yeah,
right.
2 and
Yes.
5. So this is
Ah,
also kind of duplicate, right?
correct.
So these two things we have to take care of, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
This is simple, I think. You will agree. I can just say where P1 dot item is not equal to P2 dot item, right? So that first problem is solved.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
will
Hmm.
not get citrus fruit. So that
Hmm.
problem is solved.
Hmm.
Second
Hmm.
problem is this, right?
Hmm.
We have to take one of these.
Correct.
But not just that, we cannot take randomly. If in this order, I am taking ready soups and citrus fruit, this as first column, this as second column. From all the orders, I need to make sure that I take ready soups first and citrus fruit. Otherwise, when we do group by, there will be a problem,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Columns. It is there in two columns. How do you do that?
Right, right. So we have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that if I'm saying ready soups in first column and citrus fruit in second column, then all the orders I need to make sure that. So I cannot randomly do this, right?
Right.
Take either one of this, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there is a very cool solution for this, right? Now we all know that we can use inequality operators with integers, right? But we
Mm-hmm.
can use them with strings as well,
Nice. Yes.
right?
Correct.
Based on the ASCII value,
Correct.
correct? So
Ascii
if I
value
just
of C will be smaller than R because every A, B, C, D, they get a number. Everything is a number in the end.
right, so A is small, then B, then C,
Correct.
then
Correct.
D,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And in
Mm.
our data, everything is small caps, right?
Correct.
Because what happens is the ASCII value of capital letters is less.
Mm.
So if there's a capital A and a small a, so small a will be greater in terms of ASCII value.
Mm.
So, but we have everything small, so we don't have to care about it. But we could have changed it to lowercase if that was the case. Okay,
Again, an important thing to keep in mind because you can
right?
never expect your data to be in the best shape.
Exactly. Right. Now, what we can do, we can say P1 dot item greater than P2 dot item or less than, doesn't matter. We can say anything. So
Mm.
let's say if I say less than. So in ready soups and citrus fruit,
It will swap. C will come early.
no, this row will qualify or not. Think about it with this condition.
Oh, this
This is
not.
a where clause,
Right. Both have to be true.
right? So is R less than C? No. So this
No.
row will not qualify,
Correct.
correct?
Correct. Won't
But
qualify.
the opposite will definitely qualify,
Ah,
right?
okay.
This will
Here
qualify.
you're filtering, right? So you're filtering. Got it. Mm.
So this now C is less than R. So this will
Mm.
qualify now,
Mm. Mm.
right? And this will be applicable for all combination. I will take the, so for each combination, I will have two rows and I will pick the row where the ASCII value of first one is less than ASCII value of two. So I don't care about anything else, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So now if you see, those duplicates will also go. If you see, we don't have any duplicates now. We have pure. So if you see how
That
many
will
we
be
created
combination.
here, one, two, three, four, five, six combination we created. And
Correct.
here also we have exactly six.
very much.
right? Now we can do further some enhancement, some optimization. Think about it.
Hmm.
Now
Forecast.
we are saying item is less than P1 dot item is less than P2 dot item, right?
Hmm.
So we don't even need this,
Exactly. चाहिए ही
right?
नहीं.
Not equal to is also gone, na? It is less
हाँ.
than,
Hmm.
right? So we can just do this.
It's
That's
interesting.
it.
ChatGPT gave this code. थोड़ा सा डर लगा उस समय.
Uh,
Good, Jano. This is
okay,
yes.
great. Now instead of left join, I cross join. Let's do left join because unnecessarily why to do read data and then filter it, right?
Hmm.
So I can
Hmm.
just say left join on this. So during join only it will put the filter.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it will do a cross join, get all the data, and then put a where clause.
Exactly. And I think this is the optimization which we do, especially when the data set is huge, because cross-gen is unnecessarily
Right,
blowing it up. It will
right,
explode actually.
right. Now, if you see here, one whole milk is coming, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
There's no combination with that. So I think we can do with inner join only. We don't have to do a,
Hmm.
yeah, this is fine now. We have the six records.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Nice.
right? Great. Now let's take order number, one more order, right?
Hmm.
Just to further go.
Hmm.
Before we write it for the full data set,
Hmm.
let's do for 002 as well.
Basically, it will combine all the items across these two baskets, and then again do the same thing. Do a join on items and
Yeah,
get unique
but
combination.
there is one problem, right? We
Hmm.
don't want to get combination of two separate orders together, right?
Yeah.
We have to make sure within the order what are the combinations,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So when I'm doing a self join now, I have to make sure that two tables are joined on basket ID as well. I will
Correct.
say
Correct. Correct.
and P1 dot basket ID equal to P2 dot basket ID, right? And this, right?
Hmm.
Let's see again. So for order 001, we should still have only six records, right?
वो एक ऑन और एंड साथ में देते
Okay.
हैं. Hmm.
So if you see for order number 001, right,
Hmm.
we have the six records. Now
Hmm.
let's look at the order 002 separately as well, quickly, to make sure we are on the right path.
Hmm.
From city where basket ID equal to this one. And I will run these two together. So
Hmm.
one we know it is all fine. Let's validate two as well.
Hmm.
So in two, we have only three items if you see.
Hmm.
So how many combinations will be there? Coffee, tropical fruit, coffee with tropical food, coffee with yogurt. It is like
Correct.
3C2 if you know permutation combination. In three combination of two, right?
Correct.
So it will be coffee and order doesn't matter in
Hmm.
combination. In
Correct.
permutation, order matters. So exactly you have to do 3C2. It will be
Correct.
three if you do
Hmm.
3C2, right? So it is like one combination, two combination, and then tropical fruit yogurt, three combination, right?
Correct.
We should have three combinations from order 002. Okay. So now next time someone asks you, someone in high school or 12th, why I'm studying permutation combination, how it will help me, you can just tell them. It will help you. Don't worry. Learn it.
Ankit sir has told it. It's used here. Learn it from here. Very nice. Because see, this is something which is we when people say no that okay, what you learn in school you don't apply, when in college you learn don't apply. Point is that somebody has to expose you to the problem also, right?
Hmm.
So
You
and
don't know what you will do, right? In 10th, you are studying, but you don't know what you will do after your graduation, what kind of job. It may help you, it might not help you, but you have to learn it.
somewhere down the order. So in 12th we learned
Uh,
matrix multiplication. We never knew why why the hell we are
hmm,
doing it. And today you see the entire world of deep learning is doing matrix multiplication.
exactly, exactly. Right.
Nice.
Okay. So now it makes complete sense, right? I have all the combinations, right? So
Correct.
now I can just do a group by on these two columns and get the count, right?
Mm,
So let
exactly.
me just remove the filter of basket ID now. to see some magic.
Nice.
Okay. Now, actually, I don't need this CT. I can just say this and this. That's it.
अब आपने टेम्परेरी टेबल लिया है यहाँ पर जो
अब
आपने
मैं
बता
डायरेक्टली whole data, right? Full data.
नाइस नाइस
So we have all the 1365 rows now, all the combinations we have, right? So let's see. We had one yogurt and whole milk, right? So see, whole milk and yogurt. Let's find out quickly there in order 004, right? And it was coming from one more order, order 6, whole milk and yogurt. And
करेक्ट
we make sure that the whole milk is in this column and yogurt is in this in both the rows, right?
करेक्ट करेक्ट
Because we said that item should be less than item 2. So W is less than Y. Here also W is less than Y,
करेक्ट
right? So I think we are almost there. Just what we need to do, we need to take item as product 1, P2 dot item as P2, and then get the count as number of times bought BOUGHT together. Okay, we should not keep so big names, but just keeping it,
yeah yeah
and
yeah
then group one.
ultimately we are printing frequency of
Yeah,
purchase.
yeah, frequency of purchase. Actually, that will be the better name. You're right. Great. Ready to see the action? Let's do a order by also on this. So we see the highest frequent together, highest selling products together, descending order. Great. Yes, bread and whole milk 44 times. We will
Wait,
keep them together. Bread, butter. Let's see some that we could not have got with intuition, right? This we
uh,
would have got with intuition. Bread,
hmm,
butter,
hmm,
whole milk, bread, whole
hmm.
milk. Let's say something else. Um,
राइस होल मिल्क है बट ब्रेड
citrus food, whole milk, right? Kind of not very intuitive.
हाँ बिकॉज बोलते हैं जूस और दूध साथ में नहीं
Uh,
लेना चाहिए सो
exactly. But people are buying it. See, 14 times. Not a
करेक्ट
bad number. Almost we have 120 orders, right? More than 10% of the orders,
राइट
14 times, these two things are bought together, right?
करेक्ट
So this is again not a real-time data set, but
एग्जैक्टली
when we have a real-time data sets, we can get a lot of things that we could not have anticipated.
so there was this there's a very interesting anecdote or it's a real story I think about in US in retail diapers and beers being bought together
Ah,
instantly.
right, right.
So who
Who
would
would
have
have thought it without data, right?
exactly that's the fun part of it
Hmm.
purchase frequency. And this is such an important metric. I mean, anybody doing any kind of analysis in e-commerce, retail, or anywhere there is this kind of business happening, purchase frequency is so important metric to track
Right,
because the effort you take to invest, basically cost of acquiring CAC of a customer, right? And then you need to have the high CLTV. So if the purchase frequency is high, you can expect a higher CLTV or like customer lifetime value, right? And this CLTV by CAC
exactly.
needs to be positive for you to be a profitable business.
Right.
Amazon ensures that.
And that's how they will also do, right? They will give you recommendation when you are buying some product. So
Mm.
most probably similar kind of code would be running in the back end and getting things,
So
right?
this
If
this is like a simplest form of a recommendation engine. Like if the data is in a table and you can just pull it out and say the most purchased together, right?
this query can run anywhere, any kind of data set. You just need the order ID and the product. And then you
Yes,
can run exactly same query on any data set, right?
nice,
Only thing is if data is huge, you might create some indexes and all, but it perfectly fits every use case.
nice. So, Ankit, let's just take a pause. Let's take a breath. We had a good journey and till a point, and it's a good place to kind of sit and enjoy that. Okay, there is some outcome and there is some insights coming in. And there would be some interesting ones as we just discussed, citrus and whole milk. Okay, if there are people buying that and there could be some weird combinations coming in as the data could get more and more interesting, right?
Right.
This kind of really opens the door for, say, now higher and higher kind of analysis here that may be creating. There are some common metrics talked about, like what do you say, lift and support and confidence, which, and there is this sort of a fancy name, a priori algorithm,
Mm.
which kind of, so you basically kind of understand that combining which two is giving you the highest lift. It's like I am purchasing bread alone, right? And if I'm purchasing bread 100 times, and then I am purchasing bread and whole milk. So if I have purchased bread, I'm also purchasing bread and whole milk these many times. So the idea of conditional probability coming in together naturally.
Right, right,
So आप
right.
जैसे बोला ना कि कॉलेज में पढ़ा, कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी भी पढ़ा है हमने, right?
Mm.
And now
Right,
suddenly it comes to help you, and
right,
give us some
right.
metrics, and you're kind of starting to make it more and more intelligent,
Mm.
right?
Right, right.
So let's take a pause, Ankit. So I was just thinking, Ankit, कि अब हम लोग यहाँ पे, all right, Ankit, I think it was an amazing learning experience for me. Always it has been pleasure to talk to you, और आपसे हमेशा कुछ सीखने को ही मिलता है. And
मुझे
I
भी
believe,
हमेशा मजा आता है आपके साथ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में.
and I'm sure we'll be solving a lot more problems. As I mentioned, we are continuously been trying to build a lot of problems. आपसे तो definitely सीखने को मिलता है, and we are trying to, as we are working with many customers, we try to build a lot of retail or say vertical oriented problems. And I'm sure I'll be coming back with. You can see there's IPL data in the data sets. There's some orders, logistics data available. So feel free to play around with that, and if there is some interesting use case, if you build, and if you want to do more problems together, I'm more than happy to do it. And also we may also do it as a live session sometime where people can come in, and I thought like we could roll out the content maybe from the Incurious portal, and people can do it then and there, and they can log their answers. For example, first question, I could ask a question: how many items was there in order one?
Mm.
If I committed the mistake, I would mark 4,
Mm.
but actually it was 10 or something, right?
Mm.
So similarly, that way everybody is logging their work in the air. They're kind of having a record of, okay, what else they do? They can log their SQL, right? And I've seen people trying out many different ways of writing. There is different writing styles. Um,
Right.
Even when you say, like, for example, you're writing P1 item as P1, P2 people will move downwards. Somebody will keep comma on the right, somebody will keep comma on the left. There are some sort of क्लैंस इन सीक्वल. ये क्लैन है जो लेफ्ट कॉमा फॉलो करता है, ये क्लैन है जो राइट कॉमा फॉलो करता है.
Exactly. Exactly.
तो
For this
एक
filter also, if you see, someone can use greater than also, how
हाँ,
they feel, right? It will also give you the same thing.
वेरी
If you see,
मच,
just whole milk will be first and then bread, right?
एग्जैक्टली दैट्स व्हाट ऑर्डर
If
डजंट
I
मैटर.
just you see whole milk and bread, but it is the same result.
वेरी मच, वेरी मच, वेरी मच. Awesome, awesome, Ankit. So, thanks a lot again, yeah, for coming in and spending your time in doing something you absolutely love. And I really love connecting with you and solve. And I believe that somebody picking up just this kind of one problem, it is touching upon so many aspects of so many constructs, so many ways of thinking. The way
Right.
you testing your code, how do you start small? There is so many pieces to learn, right? If you look
Yeah,
at,
you can learn a lot of things. I'll tell you something very, interesting things here, right? One is if you see, I'm using order by here and I'm using a column alias,
mm,
right? So now people are confused that which runs first, select runs first or order by runs first.
mm,
Now, if order by will run first, then how it will do a sorting on purchase frequency? It doesn't know. So
mm.
obviously select is running first and then it is doing ordering of data, right? So these minute things you can get when you are working with SQL.
And I think Ankit, for anybody who has gone beyond beginner should definitely understand the order of operations, the how order of operations work to really think in SQL, right?
Right,
So
right.
if you could very quickly, if you could cover this order of operations for people out there, I think it will be a very nice ending to
Yeah.
the session.
Let's do for this question. So if you remember, we did first for cross join, right?
Correct.
So now it is very obvious that we start from the beginning, right? Let's say you are a database, you are a SQL now, and you have to process this query. How you will process it? So first you need the table, right?
Correct.
If table is not there, you cannot do anything, right? So obviously it will hit the from clause first
Hmm.
before anything else, right?
Exactly.
Next,
It's like
you
opening
need
your Excel sheet.
exactly. It is like opening your Excel sheet and this is your data. Now database knows I need to work with this CT,
Hmm.
right? Now there could have been a where clause as well. Here, let's say some random I'm putting.
Right. Right.
Now in where clause, there is a join as well.
Hmm.
So in where clause, I can put a filter from a P1 column as well, or from the P2 column as well,
Correct.
right? So I need to know both the tables columns. So obviously before where, I will do a join, right?
Hmm.
Because filter is row wise.
Hmm.
Once after join, all both the tables are together and a full row is there from both the tables. Then only where clause can happen. So obviously inner join will happen first and then where clause.
It's like you do your VLOOKUP, get your sheets together, and then you apply filter.
Exactly. And that's why I did a cross join and then
Hmm.
where clause was there. So that
Hmm.
was not good because here at the time of join only it will apply these filters. So we
Hmm.
will not have more data cross joined. In
Hmm.
cross join, we are making data so huge first and then
Hmm.
filtering it, right?
Hmm.
So once first you are putting more salt and then you are trying to do it right by putting some lemon and all, right? Why to put more salt first, right?
Yeah.
Control that. So that's
Yes.
why we are doing inner join, right? Instead of cross join and putting all our conditions here itself,
Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
right? And then obviously where clause. And then next, what you can do, you have to get all these columns, but you have to
Hmm.
tell that on which columns I want to do a aggregation,
So I
right?
do a pivot.
From inner where clause and then group by,
Yeah. That's pivot in Excel
right? And then select as we know, and then order by.
and sorted. It's so
And
natural.
one
Huh?
more thing we can do is if we want top five items, right?
Yeah.
But which are most frequently bought together, top five. So which means top five is running after order by because
Hmm.
I will get the top five records after order by.
Yeah.
If you see,
I had a confusion early, like when I was to do like top five means it will actually, I kind of thought that it will automatically sort and it will give me really top. So that
uh,
word top was at times confusing, but it simply
um,
gives top five records means it is just throwing the table to you and top five it is slicing out.
right.
It's like
So that's why this
head in Python. Hmm.
exactly. So that's why here order again is important because
Hmm.
before sorting only if you are doing top five, you will get random top five.
Yeah.
But here we are doing order by frequency first, descending, and
Hmm.
then get me the top five,
Hmm.
right? So that's how it is. It is all connected. So you cannot just run queries just like that. You have to understand how they are running, what is the order of execution to write the right query and efficient query.
Amazing. Amazing. Thanks a lot, Ankit, again for being part of this. And I think you've just got started. So we will go deeper into this. We will try to get into different other problems which we could build and what more. So your client will always never be satisfied with what you give. Will say, okay, what more you can give? You are the
Right,
analyst, you are the problem solver. What else you can give? So
right, right.
keep building this, and I hope I'll have a lot more problems from you to enjoy. And
Mhm.
I'm sure people are going to take away a lot from this session. Thanks again. Take care, Ankit. Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Thank you, Amit. Yeah.